All right, thank you, Megan. Well, how much impact does social media have on body image and eating? New research out on that. UAB nutritionist Dr. Beth Kitchin joins us to explain. Good to see you this morning.
It's good to see you too, Mike.
So I want to clarify, this isn't about taking a selfie and then having it impact your diet plan.
Not specifically.
Not specifically.
No,
okay.
Not specifically, no. What some researchers did is we sort of know that with eating disorders, images out in the media can affect how people feel about their bodies and may be contributors to an eating disorder. Okay. And those are studies that have been done kind of before the internet got really, really big. So they're studied with magazines, TV, movie images. So researchers have started to look at what about social media, Facebook, Tumblr, all the other Instagram, ones that you have on there, you know, LinkedIn, and does time spent on those and seeing images on social media, does that have an effect on body image, and could it be a factor in increasing the risk of eating disorders in some people?
So what they find out? So
what the researchers did is they surveyed almost 1,800 young Americans ages 19 to 32. And they looked at two things.
Millennials.
Yes, we're looking at the young folks here. And what they looked at, first of all, they had them fill out a questionnaire that was a marker of what is called eating concerns. They had them rate questions like, my weight negatively affects how I feel about myself. Food dominates my life. Someone has expressed concerns about my eating patterns. So how strongly they agreed with statements like that is a marker of eating concerns, and maybe the higher the score, the higher the risk for developing an eating disorder. And then they asked them, how much time do you spend on all these different social media sites, and also how many times do you go to them? So frequency, and then also the time spent. And what they found was that the more time spent, the higher the frequency, the more likely people were to have greater eating concerns.
Okay, so are you saying then that using more social media could make one develop a eating disorder?
It's possible, and that's a really good question, Mike, because this was an observational study. It cannot show cause and effect. What this shows is that there was an association, there was a correlation between time spent on social media and greater concerns. I also want to note that it's not like everybody who spent a lot of time on social media was scoring high. More people were, so it could be a factor. And then the last point I want to make is eating disorders have a lot of factors that contribute to them. It's not just one cause. Media images, social media could be one contributor.
But is it possible too, because when people put pictures on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, you know, they're not always real. I mean, they're real pictures, but I mean, can somebody look at and compare themselves to somebody else and say, man, I can't be like that?
And that is the big hypothesis with social media, is that when we go on social media, we're comparing ourselves, and we see these pictures of people, they look perfect, they look beautiful, they're going on all these fabulous vacations. We've seen other studies that show that people put their best foot forward on Facebook some of the time, most of the time. And so it can kind of make you start to feel bad about yourself. So, you know, social media is great, but we may want to get back to reality and not spend too much time on social media for our general health and well-being.
On that note, for now, and I'm only posting the real me.
That's right.
On Facebook. Hey,
no more.
Dr. Beth, I appreciate it.
Thanks.